A woman was driving across Sugar Creek Bridge. She sees a dead body hanging from the bridge with no head. So with that, police tell Michael about the discovery they've made. So he is now under the impression that the person on the bridge is more than likely his wife, which, like, damn. Police tell Michael during this interview that they would like permission to search his house and to search his car because they need to go through and see if they can find any evidence of where she may have gone or who she may have left with. One of the main things they found that was very concerning was blood. This is when the cop tells him, listen, we went through your house and we found everything. And Michael says, what's everything? And the cop says, everything. The rest of her. And instead of Michael responding, being like, whoa, what the fuck? What are you talking about? What do you mean the rest of her? He responds with, quote, so what? Police had found Hope's head buried in the couple's basement. He started by going over his day, the day that Hope was killed, what happened. He said that he had been at work, that he got out of work earlier than usual, so he was home just a little bit after 4. He said that the kids came over and hung out. And then he said after everybody left, he went out in the backyard to shoot groundhogs because apparently him and his neighbor had a groundhog problem. He says he was out in the yard and he shot 3 rounds into a tree, to which I say, do groundhogs hang out in trees? The name would imply that they live in the ground. If you know, let me know. He said after doing that, he went inside and he started to clean his gun at the table. He set the gun down on the table, started to clean the gun when it accidentally went off because there was still 1 round in the gun. And at that time, Hope had been in the kitchen making dinner and all of a sudden she fell to the ground. And he said at that point, he just went into a panic. He had no idea what to do. He said he wrapped her up in a blue tarp, he drug her down into the basement, he cleaned up the scene, and from there, it was all a blur. But the medical examiner says that it was a contact wound, which means the gun was up against her skin when this happened. So during those 2 years that Michael sat in prison, the police continued investigating his case, and they found much more evidence against him that completely showed that this was premeditated. Michael had been Googling some very interesting things in the time leading up to the murder, to which I say, keep Googling your murders, guys, because that is a genius thing to do. But he was Googling things like, do bottle silencers actually work? And do pillows actually muffle the sound of gunfire? And why would he be searching that unless he was planning to actually shoot somebody and wanted to be quiet?